Good morning. I wanted to share a few thoughts with you today about being a revolutionary. I think many of you will resonate with this. I shared a graphic a few days ago online about being a revolutionary and how somebody had a conversation with me last week that kind of triggered oh yeah, I am one of those. And this morning, another woman posted on that thread and she gave me another perspective about being a revolutionary for the dead. And that's true. And it really brought home that, yeah, basically my whole life I've been a revolutionary. A revolutionary is someone who challenges the status quo, who will fearlessly fight for what is right and true, who's not willing to hide in the shadows, who is going to ask the questions and challenge the cultural beliefs, the family beliefs, religious, political, it doesn't matter. They're going to challenge it. They're going to rock the boat. That's hard for a lot of people. And I can say in my life in the last 2 years, a lot of my closer relationships have ended because people didn't like that I rock the boat, that I questioned, that I won't just conform and obey. That's not what I'm here to do. Other people can do that and that's fine for them. That's their journey, or that's their journey in this moment. Everybody is allowed to change. Everybody's allowed to question. Everybody is allowed to be a revolutionary. Now, one of the things that I realized this morning when a friend commented on my revolutionary graphic that I shared is I've been a revolutionary for the dead for a long time, primarily through my military work, whether it's to help clients, help their dead ancestors, their dead service members heal in some way, pass a message, or help the living heal. But also when I've been traveling in Europe, it doesn't matter where I am. Doesn't matter what country, it doesn't matter who was fighting, who was right or wrong, because Europe's been a battlefield forever. I've been a revolutionary there to ask the questions, to see, sense, smell, feel, embrace all of it, what is still there, and to help them heal and go to the light. And I've done this so many times. And one time in particular in 2015, I did this for myself. I had to forgive someone that I actually met in Europe. He was a reincarnated soul who had harmed me very, very violently in another life. And when I did that, it not only healed him and me, it also healed millions of soldiers that I saw behind us, just going on and on forever into the light. So being a revolutionary in whatever way you're a revolutionary can have a tremendous impact on the living and the dead, the collective, and the whole universe. So this morning, before I was fully conscious, I was kind of laying there and I was getting all of these messages, all of these downloads. And so I thought, well, I'm going to get up and write. I don't know what time it is. Hadn't looked at my phone all night. Got up, it was about 6:30. I started writing and I wrote about 5 pages of messages coming through. So there'll be a lot more videos, a lot more questions that you can sit with about some of these things. Then I came downstairs and I pulled my oracle card for the day, and it is Inward Revolution. So what does that mean? And it's very fitting for what's been coming up this week. Healing is like a spiral. We keep coming around and around deeper layers of whatever issue we're trying to heal until it's done. If we were presented with the whole thing all the way down to the root, it would probably shock our system. We might end up insane. It could create disease. Who knows what will happen? That's why we're given these things in layers. As we heal one layer, we process and integrate it, then the next layer, the next lesson, the next person, whatever shows up to say, here's the next part. When we work with intuitive healers and energy healers like myself, we can move through those sometimes a little bit faster and a little bit easier because we're going straighter to the root without all the traumatic experience of sometimes having to process this. So as we continue to go inward and go through the spiral, to peel back those layers, there's immense freedom there. We become more of a revolutionary because now all of the things that we accepted before, we believed before, now we're questioning, or we're saying, you know what? I don't resonate with that. That does not work for me anymore. Now I'm going to choose this. And when we do that, even more healing happens, not only for us, but for our ancestors. So I invite you today to be an inward revolutionary. Go inside, take your journal, do some meditation, whatever works for you, and look at all of those things that are showing up for you. What are some of them? Is trust an issue for you? Do you need to look at that? Where does that come from? Probably childhood. And sometimes it could be childhood and your ancestors. Your ancestors dumped a lot of stuff on you when you came into this body. We carry that unconsciously until it starts to show up and we start to question it, which is why I do some of the work that I do with helping people identify their family beliefs, behaviors, and patterns, because they can really mess us up and keep us stuck and blocked when we don't need to be. What are the family secrets that are showing up? How are they impacting you? Where are you afraid to go? What are you afraid to look at? What kind of issues like codependency are coming up? Are you a codependent? Do you come by it because your family was full of them? Are you in relationships with people that gaslight you? They're narcissists. They're trying to drag you down into being an obeying, conforming robot because that's what they're comfortable with? Are you functioning from that space? Are you in those kinds of relationships? Is that where you really want to be? Do you really want to be functioning from all of these different lower vibration patterns? It's all a choice. And when we are ready, we will start to again go inward, spiral through those layers and let them go. But we always have to identify the root. Where did it start? And sometimes it's so far in the past, little energy work, and it's gone. So, are you a revolutionary? If you'd like to share some of your experiences, your awarenesses, your healing, things that have come up for you in your ancestral lineage that have helped you heal, or are there other revolutionaries in your family? I suspect a lot of women in mine were, but they were told to be quiet, told to obey, conform, told to be silent, never rock the boat, never be more than the role that they were programmed to be in by family, society, culture, religion, politics. What are their stories? And have you taken those on to heal? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment. Bye.